headline number 5 is another really cool, interesting story. And that is that Instacart launches a meal delivery storefront this week with Sunbasket. So again, according to Grocery Dive, second shout out to Grocery Dive, I don't think that's ever happened. Instacart will offer the meal delivery service to consumers without requiring a Sunbasket subscription. Consumers on Instacart as of now can place orders for Sunbasket meals starting at $11.99 per serving and have the option of scheduling weekly delivery to be fulfilled by the meal delivery company, and the meal choices will also change weekly according to Instacart. And you've always poo-pooed the meal kit, so I'm curious what you think about this.
Well, I love it. Adds more value to the Instacart membership. A meal kit that I previously was not big on, but now I can decide what I want for dinner that night in my Instacart. Like this is not something that I have to decide the week ahead of time what I think I'm going to want next week for dinner. This is taking that idea of still being able to prepare a fresh meal if that's what I want to do, but getting it that day, along with maybe groceries for the week, makeup, changing and making this one-stop shop come completely to me, delivered to my house with my Instacart membership. I think it puts Instacart in a better competitive position against DoorDash, who's starting to do the same kind of thing with, household essentials and prepared meal delivery with the same membership. And most importantly, it's going to open up more first-party data on customers now that you're bringing another category of customer in beyond the grocery, general merchandise and home furnishings, other makeup and beauty and drug categories that Instacart already has. But Chris, you're a huge meal kit guy. Like you're Mr. Meal Kit. I think that's what your title could be for the pandemic.
First of all, I was. Mrs. Omni Talk kind of kiboshed the meal kits and kind of put a damper on my culinary passions of late.
What were you doing? Were you poisoning the family?
No, it's just.
Did you not devein the shrimp, Chris? What happened?
Not devein the shrimp. That's great. No, actually, I was quite the deveiner, Anne. It was quite a divine deveining experience.
God.
But I think actually you called it out. What was happening was you have to order these things in advance, and sometimes you just don't feel, as much as you enjoy the process of making the food, sometimes you just don't feel like eating that food, especially now as we're getting back out to eating out and things like that. So you end up kind of wasting it or not wanting to eat it or kind of slogging through it. And so I think this solves a major pain point, like you described, where you can order them, same day. And you tried this out on the app yesterday, right?
Yeah.
And it was pretty frictionless, right?
It's amazing. It's super easy to do. It's leveraging their storefront. So you don't have to log into anything else. It's just like, I'm in, this is what I want, get it to me, delivery in 2-hour window of my choice.
Yeah, you don't have to pay another subscription too, which is awesome. I'm curious how the economics of this work, but just from a user perspective, I really like it. But I think lastly, your point about the data is also brilliant. I mean, you look at who's under the hood of Instacart now. You've got Sephora, you've got meal kit companies, you've got Walmart even playing with them. They've got more access to how consumers are interacting across a wide swath of retail than anyone else. I mean, Amazon doesn't have those brands under its stable. No one does.
Right.
And maybe Target to some degree with Shipt has some of that, but that's really powerful.
Yeah, they said in the article that, through Instacart, Sunbasket can reach more than 85% of US households. So when you start to think about the economics of how this happens, you throw the first party data into that component. This is a cocktail now. This is not, strict A and B, this is how we earn revenue. Now it's this combination of all the things. And so I think this is a really smart move on both Instacart and Sunbasket's behalf. But
and the last thing I'd say there, Ann, too, is we talked about delivery speed disintermediation is one of the trends that retailers need to keep an eye on. And when you create frictionless experiences like this for people, like Instacart's doing, that gets them in the mind share even more so than they were before.
Chris, we have so much passion about this. I love that. I mean, we are legitimately excited about this. Yeah. And I think it shows with how geeked out we get about Sunbasket. And
right. Things like Sunbasket.
I know.